Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Morris.
Cassette.
Let's go, Morris. Let's go. Let's go, Morris. You see what time it is, man? You see what time it is? It's about this time right here. It's about this time right here. Islam, more. One world in love. It's about this time right here, though. Yeah. It's about this time right here, though. It's about this time right here, though. Yeah. It's about this time, though. Yeah. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics. This right here should be on your wall right about now. This right here should be on your wall. Listen, man. Y'all ready, man? Is y'all ready? Look. It's about that time, though, to start thinking critically and get away from just strictly dealing with emotions. To strictly just deal with emotions is not balanced. That's not 360 degrees. That's not this right here. Look. That's not this. 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 To strictly just deal with emotions is not balanced. Okay? You got people out here that are strictly emotional. They don't deal with critical thinking. They don't even care about thinking critically. They don't care about becoming a critical thinker. They don't care about thinking actively. They don't care about exploring situations with questions, thinking independently. Thinking independently, fam. Viewing situations from different perspectives, they don't care about that. So you got to speak to the spirit that's inside of them. So hopefully you speaking the truth will resurrect them in the dead status that they currently are in. A lot of people walking around here are in a dead mental state. They swear they want reparations. They swear they want you. They swear they can handle it. But can you really handle it? Can you really handle it if you don't think critically? Can you really handle? People couldn't even handle PPP loans. They weren't even using the PPP loan for a business, a legitimate business. They weren't even using the bread for that. I ain't got to tell you, they was out here, got the PPP loan, not in trouble because they jagged the PPP loan off. Supporting diverse perspectives with reasons and evidence. Discussing ideas in an organized way. Analyzing issues. Oh my God. And that starts with love. That starts with trust. That starts with thinking critically. That starts with a peace of mind. A peace of mind, a self-identity. Do you know that the 5 principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, which are right here, actually link up with the Venus star? As above, so below. This is not just on this earth plane. So anybody out there that does study astrologic is a window. It's a tool for us to use. If you do tarot cards, those are just tools. It's as above and it's so below. So below means, all right, listen, I'm studying the sun, the moon, and the stars. Yes, but take that knowledge and apply what you're studying on the earth plane. Those are just navigating tools on this planet. Sunday today, right? Yahushua, so-called Jesus, he was a carpenter. But in that book called the Bible, he ain't in that Bible building no tables. He ain't building nothing, no furniture. He not doing none of that. So what was Yahushua using as a carpenter? The carpenter's tools are the tools of the workshop of the mind. That's what he was doing. He was building people up from ground zero, uplifting fallen humanity by teaching the people to be themselves. But if you are a person that when you hear something that you think contradicts what you believe in, then your critical thinking is not going to activate. You're going to totally shut down. So a lot of people are walking around here really in a state of cognitive dissonance. They're just strictly believers. They're emotional creatures. They don't think actively. They just go with the status quo. Case in point, they got people out here so like mesmerized. They are stuck into what do the news say? What ABC talking about? What NBC talking about? They strictly get their information off the television. It tells a vision. But if you don't have no discernment on what you looking at, that vision that they telling is going to spin you and send you off. And next thing you know, you sucked into a narrative, an ideology, a belief system that you ain't got no business being a part of. Shout out to all the Moors out there. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. All the Asiatics out there. Shout out to St. Lucia. You see what we repping right now because we're Moorish Americans. You link up. Oh, I left the book over there. Fam, I left the book over there. I got to get it right now. Hold up. I got to get it right now. Check this out, fam. Oh yeah, we had to go ahead and get this. Hold up, we got upgrades. Check this out. We got upgrades now. Look, hold up, we got upgrades now. I had to go get this. Look at this. It's a big, big world. You know, you go out shopping for the little ones. And you just so happen to see this in the bookstore. So I'm like, oh, okay, we got to get this. We got to get this. We got the flags on here. Huh? We got all the flags on here. See that? We got all the flags on here. Huh? But this is what I want to show you though. Look at this. We talking about big pictures. We talking about big pictures. We got to stop thinking in a closed-minded mindset. For sure, that Israel flag is bogus. So look, North America is all this land right here. We got to expand. We've been so closed-minded just watching the television. But the people telling a vision is not our people. They're telling a vision for their survival. Meanwhile, we out here looking around the world like, man, why do we get so mistreated over here in North America? We get mistreated over here in North America is because we're not claiming to be Moorish American. Keep claiming to be an Indian. That's not a land in the world. The only place that's so-called India is over here in Asia. See that? Continent. Asia. So even over here, so-called Europe, you know, they done lied to us and told us that this was the actual country. This is really West Asia. Fam, I know. You hearing this, you're going to be like, hell no. Yeah, fam. This is actually all of this land up here, up top, is actually Asia. So this is Western Asia. There is no Middle East. It doesn't exist. That's a fabrication. That's social engineering, geography programming. Really, this is Asia, all this up here. All this up here is really Asia, West Asia. Africa is here. See this? South America is here. See that? See? So we've been lied to again about everything. Fam. Hold up. Hold up. Fam. Just think about this. They didn't lie to us about just think about this. This is the dark entities that we dealing with, the evil entities that we dealing with, the negative entities that we dealing with, right? These people are so treacherous. Not only did they kill Yahushua, they unalived him, but they the same people who changed his name up, rearranged the story so they can be the victors and we the victims. How you change somebody's name up, then change his whole look? And guess what? It wasn't just the pale-skinned Europeans that did that. It was people that look like us. Dark complexion. See, this right here is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. It was not the so-called pale man that did it. But in order to come back to reality, in order to come back into loving yourself, you got to know history. This is why law and history go together. Look at this. This is Saint Tikhon, the bishop of Amethyst in Cyprus. Do you see this? Dark complexion. This is what Putin was showing over there in Russia when they tried to shut Russia down and shut Putin down, because he was over there exposing pictures like this. This is real history. They're not going to teach this kind of history over here in North America as it stands right now. Because if you start knowing that all of the so-called saints look like you and I, copper complexion, dark complexion, tawny complexion, think about how that would do and change your mindset. You will stop thinking from a victim standpoint. You will start thinking as a victorious mindset. You see? They got people over here in a mentality of a victim. But in reality, our people did it to themselves because they was lusting for money, lusting for power, lusting for a title, for a position. St. John the Apostle, look at his hair. He got locks. He was not a pale skin. He had a nationality. It was more. Just like St. Simon in Cana of Galilee, one of the 12 apostles. They're not pale skinned people. This is the dark entities as far as the apostles. They'll tell you that Yahushua was a pale skin. But don't it tell you in the Bible? Don't it tell you in Revelation chapter 1 verse 14? His head and his hairs were white like wool. First of all, if we did a quick examination, our hair is like wool. They hair ain't. See, this is what the entities that you dealing with, fam. They will slaughter anything and anybody that gets in their way, including their own. And keep in mind, the pale-skinned people were not the first ones to do this. It was our own people who sold out their own people. The victim mentality is to blame these Albion pale-skins. That's the training. You see that? But see, it's enemies on both sides. And not all of these pale-skinned Europeans are wicked people. Not all of them are evil people. And not all of our people are good people. No, they're not. All of our people are not saints. All of our people are not the ones that you're supposed to go to for the truth. No, sir. You have to have discernment. See that? But that starts with knowledge of self, love for yourself. Because don't it say in the scriptures, it says his hair was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Chapter 1, verse 15 say, and his feet like unto fine brass. His feet unto fine brass. Why are you still identifying as a black person then? Yo. If you telling me that you a so-called Christian and you read the Bible, Revelation chapter 1 verse 15 destroys what you believe in. If you telling yourself that you are a black person, because this is Yehoshua. It says his feet unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Why would you still misidentify as a black person if the scripture tells you that his feet was unto fine brass? See the walking contradiction? And this is the thing that get a lot of our people to shut down from thinking critically, because they've been growing up getting brainwashed every day. Every day somebody call you black. Every day somebody call you African American. Every day somebody call you something that contradicts the book and the scriptures that you tell yourself that you read and you study. And then you ain't don't make it no better. You got a pastor up there telling you that you're a black person. You got a pastor up there telling you that you came from a Negro. You see the walk? See, this is why I say, and this is what it shows and proves. Just because they look like you, that don't mean that they for you. Just because they look like them, don't mean that they your enemy. You see? See, it's time to put the fire on any and everybody that's talking sideways and contradicting themselves and going against the truth. The truth. But in order to do that, you have to think critically. You have to carefully explore situations with questions. You have to start thinking independently. You have to start viewing situations from different perspectives. If it ain't the truth, it ain't real. It ain't real. You have to start thinking about your ideas that you have been programmed with. You got to start analyzing all the issues. This is the bubble, thinking critically, exploring the thinking process to clarify our understanding and make more intelligent decisions. You telling yourself that you read the Bible. You read the Bible. Okay, cool. You read the Bible. And it says in Revelation chapter 1 verse 15 that Jesus, Yehoshua, his feet was unto fine brass. Your skin is brass. It's bronze. It ain't black. Their skin is pink. It's a pinkish color. It's not white. If you can't get this in your mind, then there's no need to go any further with you. There's no need to go no further with you, because that's the number one issue. Nationality and the lack thereof is the number one issue with our people. If you can't get this in your mind that you are not a crayon color, and why would you call yourself a crayon color when you directly contradict Revelation chapter 1 verse 15? Brass is not black. I ain't never seen a trumpet that was black. I ain't even seen a trombone that was black. I've never seen that. I've never seen a brass instrument that was the color black. It's brass for a reason. But see, then you have people out there, they get in emotional feelings. They start raging. They start having these glitches where their mind just can't take reality, and they shut down. They put all their walls up, shields up. I can't hear this. I can't take it. I'm gone. You have people out here like that. So those particular people, you got to leave them where they at. Because if you trying to save them, they don't want to be saved. But they arrogant though. So they'll be like, well, I'm saved. Saved from what? How you saved and you don't even identify what Revelation chapter 1 verse 15 with the description of Yehoshua on the return? What you saved from? See, when you start putting it to the fire, it don't make sense no more, do it? Let's go. Look at this. But I want to show y'all there's something that do make sense. Look at this. Peace and love to all y'all out there. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. I want to show y'all something that do make sense, though. Look at this. I want to show y'all about teamwork. Look at this. Well, you know what? You know what? Let me just show you this. People be so busy in this world. Look, this the world they be busy in right here. This is the world that they busy in. Revelations chapter 1, verse 15. This is the world that people are sucked in today. All they care about is their phone. All they care about is IG, Facebook, Twitter. That's all they care about. The likes, the views. That's all they care about. How much attention they get. That's all they care about. See that? Now that right there was crazy. That right there was crazy. Look. That was crazy right there. Look. The filter. See? Now that right there is crazy. She looked how she looked, but she went on the phone filter and made herself put a fake smile on. That's happening currently right now with people outside. All humanity. You going on social media and you putting on a fake smile. You putting a fake smile on because you putting a filter on. You living in your head. Look at this. Look at her. See, it's all phony. It's fake, fam. Nobody care. Look at that. You enslaved to your phone. Look. Look at that. Look at her. Now, tell me this ain't happening right now. Tell me this ain't happening. Now, look at Shorty right there. Look. She out on a date. And the guy she with, she really don't want to be there with him, but he paying for it. So, since he paying for it, I got this on YouTube. Here's the link right here. Look. Since he paying for it, okay, I'm gonna go with you. Are you lost in the world like me? See that? Are you lost in the world like me? See, that's her sugar daddy. So her sugar daddy, she like, nah, I don't want to look at you for the rest of the day. I want to pick you. Look at Shorty. He walked clean by. Look at them. Everybody in their phone. See? Everybody in their phone. Stuck. Hello? Everybody stuck. Look. Everybody, look, twerking, acting a plain fool. Twerking. All this nonsense. Look at her. Look. That's what's happening, fam. This is what's happening today. Everybody got their phones out and they just watching. Giving them energy for no reason. They dancing like a goofy. And you giving them all your energy. Nothing about this is important. Nothing. You dancing? You dancing. Look at everybody's face around them. You feel me? People just too entertained. But cry the loudest about how they getting treated. I just showed you over here. Revelation chapter 1, verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass. Brass. Dark complexion. You got to stop thinking that these people is the ones that's doing you dirty and start thinking like critical thinking that it's your own people that's selling you out. Your own people telling you black, but it contradict the Bible. Y'all, it'd be funny though, because they be like, I'm a Christian. I read the Bible. Yeah, you read the Bible. So, and his feet like unto fine brass. You read the Bible, well then, why you call yourself black then? You read the Bible so much and you walk with God. So why you calling yourself black when that contradicts Revelation chapter 1, verse 15? Huh? I'm just asking some questions. I'm just asking some questions. You say, I'm a devout Christian. I study my Bible and scripture. Yeah, well, this is Yahushua. Hair like wool. Nobody else on this planet, hair is like wool, but our hair. Nobody else on this planet. If a damn show ain't these people. But then you say, no, I need to go to church on Sunday and get some more Jesus and get lied to some more. Really? The whole time you getting lied to every Sunday because the pastor steady telling you that you a black person. But then when you see Revelation chapter 1, verse 15, it directly contradict that. Brass ain't black. You ain't black. But let's keep going. Or you busy just distracted, letting everything just go right by because you plugged into the artificial matrix. You plugged in. You want to be entertained, right? Okay. You want to be entertained. Everybody's entertained. Now they laughing at you. You was the hot chick. Now everybody laughing at you, stuck in their phone. Look. We can't forget that. We can't forget that. No, we can't forget that. We can't forget this. See how they turned on her? Shorty looking like, man, this world is sick. This world is sick. Look, they got her. Look, they got her on the top of a pedestal. Look at that. XXXXL implants. Damn. How big do you need? Wow. How big implants do you need, baby girl? You need that many X's? Damn. That many X's you need in your body, huh? Then you got this dude, these two dudes over here. You need a whole syringe of industrial strength. Yo. So you need industrial strength butt filler. You don't need a regular butt filler. You need industrial strength. Damn. What you trying to get? Legs looking like chair arms. That's what your legs look like. Your legs look like some uncooked chicken. But then you got industrial strength butt filler pushed up in there. Look at them smiling. Yeah, get it in there. Get it in there. Yeah, put it in there. Look at that. Then look at her face. Look at her face though. Straight delusional. Sociopath. She got a needle in her forehead. A needle in her cheek. A needle in her lips. Wow. This is what they pump. This is what they pushing. They pushing this. Yo. This is what they pushing out here. So instead of this, look. Hold up. Where we at? So now, can you see it now? Can y'all see it? Because you know how people love to be entertained. They love to be entertained. See? But see, this is what the prophet Noble Drew Ali was out here doing over 100 years ago. He was uplifting the woman. She was drowning in the cares of the world. So he had to go in there. He had to dive in there. He had to go in shark-infested waters. Dove in there, grabbed her because she was drowning, picked her up, and brought her to salvation. Brought her to salvation. You see that? See that right there? Brought her to salvation. You see? See what's going on? But then you would say, well, I need to get this. You need to get 4XLs? Damn. You need to get 4XLs in you? Baby girl, You got to get 4 of them in you, huh? You couldn't get a regular love. Nah, you need to get 4 of them up in you. Industrial strength, you need to get that in you. And you need to get them up on you. And you need to get 3 needles in your face, your forehead, and your lips. Meanwhile, see, this is why people that read the so-called Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth, this is why the scripture says to be in the world, but not of the world. This is of the world right here. This is why on that interview, they interviewed Nipsey Hussle. They tried to interview him. And he told the reporter, he was like, I ain't from this world. He said, I ain't from this world. So Nipsey knew that we supposed to be in the world, but we not of this world. We're not of this world. Meanwhile, you got the prophet Noble Drew Ali doing this right here. Uplifting the fallen woman because she cared about the world. She cared about what the world talking about. Your butt ain't big enough. Your chest ain't big enough. Your lips ain't big enough. Your hair ain't natural. Your hair ain't long enough. You need to get a weave on your head. You need to put another human being's hair on your head. Crazy. 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 You need to get everything on your natural body changed and rearranged because ain't no man gonna love you if you don't have this. This is what the world tell you to do. See? This is what the world tell you to do. This is what they tell you to do. Go ahead and get that industrial shrimp butler fill up in you. Go ahead and get that. I just have to leave this image up here so you can see how distorted the world is from reality. Like reality though. See? Because people just they need to see it. See, once you see it, then you're gonna be like, wow, this is insane. This is insane. But the whole time, Prophet Noble Drew Ali was out here uplifting the woman. See, Moors that study, we uplift our women because we know that humanity starts with the woman. See, we know that because she is the life portal. So it's our job and duty to uplift the Moorish woman. But you women got to start listening to the ones who out here actually putting knowledge and action into effect. You too damn hard-headed. You don't want to listen. You too combative. You too argumentative. You want to have it your way. You've been programmed by the world. You've been programmed by the world. They got you. They got you. So unless you want to change and rearrange your condition, unless you want to change and rearrange the planet, you better start thinking. You better start thinking critically. Because if you keep thinking, it's finna be my way or no way, y'all got to do it the way I tell you to do it. Because if you don't do it the way I want you to do it, then I'm finna go find me another man that do it the way I wanted to do it. So you're going to find a trick. You're going to find a simp. You're going to go that way and still be drowning in the cares of the world. Instead of looking at it, okay, the man, we're not trying to control you because you can control no one but yourself. Men that are upright, fearless, and independent and have knowledge of self and actually care about their nation, humanity, they have standards. They have boundaries. They have a compass and a square that they weigh the positive attributes and the negative attributes of humanity. So, yeah, if you meet somebody that's high value, yeah, they're not going to let you talk sideways and crazy to them. They're going to check that because they wouldn't let nobody talk to them like that. You think they're going to let you talk to them like that because you a woman? No, sir. It ain't going to happen. But then you will say, well, they're narcissistic. They're trying to control me. That's why you need to self-evaluate. It's called self-evaluation for a reason. Men that are on their principles and on their purpose, they're not controlling. See, that's a misconception. That's what the feminists tell you. A man that's upright, independent, and fearless and is standing on principles, they're thinking critically. They're thinking about, listen, what would be the best decision for this circumstance? They're going to think about, okay, what are your positive attributes? If you don't set boundaries, be accountable, learn how to have listening skills. You're not just repeating and regurgitating everything you heard your girlfriend say in social media and all this other nonsense. You're not doing that. You're actually thinking about your thinking. That's what's called critical thinking. And that is a major problem amongst our people because you stuck on what the world telling you to do. You stuck on that. You think that man wants you to get industrial strength butt fillers. You think that man wants you to get 3-4XL implants. You think the man wants you to get Botox, wants you to wear weave, wants you to get all these surgeries that could possibly unalive you on a surgical table. You think man want that? A man that's like this, that's uplifting you, don't want you to get all that. It's nothing wrong with you being natural at all. Contrary to what you believe, man that's upright and on a purpose, we want peace of mind. Conversation. Not, I gotta come talk to you. I gotta have my guards up. I gotta be on my P's and Q's because if I ain't on my P's and Q's, man, you ain't gonna like what I say. And we gonna have a verbal argument. No man want that. I'm talking about a man that's on their principles, that sets boundaries, that sets standards. I ain't talking about a dude that you might deal with that don't have no standards. All they want to do is crack you. I'm not talking about a male like that. I'm talking about a man. They're gonna set boundaries, fam. They're gonna let you know from the door what it is and what they own. They're going to come with some standards. All right. They're not just going to come at you talking crazy because they have attributes of a Moorish American. First off top, if they don't identify with any nationality or they don't even care about a nationality, you don't need to be dealing with them no way. Guaranteed people start nationalizing in. If they don't even care about nationality, what's nationality? What I need that for? Baby girl, you don't even need to be giving that person your energy. If they are uninterested in even that type of conversation, why are you complaining when you get done dirty? Because you chose to deal with somebody who didn't care about principles, standards. They don't care about a compass and a square. They don't care about themselves enough to even say, look, Revelation chapter 1, verse 15 said that Yahushua, he was brass complexion. You calling yourself black and you calling them pale skinned Europeans white. Why would you even want to deal with somebody like that who tells you they don't care about no nationality, no law, no history? Only person you got to blame is yourself because you the one that said, all right, I think me and you gonna do something. Only person you gotta blame for dealing with that type of individual is self. Don't blame the dude. Look in the mirror and blame yourself because you are the one who said, I'm gonna give you access to me. You did it. Then you don't start saying, oh, I knew he wasn't on nothing. Yeah, if you knew he wasn't on nothing, you should have known that from the start. As soon as he told you he was a black person and he didn't care nothing about nationality or birthrights, you should have knew that from the get-go. But nah, first thing you do is you get cracked, you get hurt, your feelings get involved, and first thing you're going to do is shit on the dude. Nah, that's a you problem. Because you should have said, all right, you care about nationality, birthrights, you care about learning the law, you care about Moorish culture, you care about history, you care about architecture, you care about anything. See, y'all women, y'all out here stuck in the world. Y'all stuck on this. A lot of y'all, not all y'all, but a lot of y'all, you stuck on this right here. You stuck on this. You stuck on what the TV tell you. They tell you a vision. So you say, you know what? I need to get me some industrial strength butt filler. Yeah, the man, they gonna like me if I get that. Oh yeah, they gonna love me if I got a butt filler industrial strength juice up inside me. They gonna love if I got some 4X. Know what I'm saying? Tatas. They gonna love me. Have a question. Have any of y'all women out there, have you really had a genuine conversation with a real high value man? And high value has nothing to do with fiat, paper. Paper is paper. You can burn paper up and it's gone. That don't mean that you high value because you got some paper. High value is what kind of standards you stand on. What kind of principles you got? What are you doing in your life as a purpose to change anything and uplift humanity? Are you doing anything? Do you take care of your children? Do you do that? Do you do you do that? Because if somebody don't take care of their children, that should let you know where you stand at. If they don't even take care of their own that they procreated to make, that should let you know, like, damn, this nigga don't even take care of his own children. But you will still go in there and get cracked. You still open your legs up and get cracked. But then cry about after you done been cracked. You seen all the red flags. You seen all the signs that was toxic from the beginning, from the dough. But you said, nah, he look good. He sound good. He smell good. I'm just finna go ahead and just get on my hot 304 type shit. They got you by the brain. They got you by the brain. You want to come up out of that? Do you want to come up out of that? Because you can. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you this. Let me show you the rest of this. Check it out. Islam, boy. Appreciate that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. This is just tragic. It's just tragic. Look. Look at that. Just tragic. Look at this. And look who looking. The shorty who realizes that this ain't right, man. This ain't right. That somebody was on the edge of a building, a skyscraper, and just nosedived off. This ain't right. Only person that stopped and looked was the child. He stopped and looked because it's tragic. Look, the girl is on the edge. She's on the edge. A little girl at that. This is why you got to teach your children. If you ain't teaching your children and you letting social media raise them, you in trouble. You got to monitor what your children watching on their phones, on their tablets. You got to monitor everything. Stop trying to be your damn child's friend and stop being a parent, because the world is the world. This is why we're supposed to be in the world, but not of this world. We're not supposed to be of this world. There's too many so-called parents that want to be their children's friend instead of putting the responsibility and accountability on. Nah, I told you that you can't do that. And that's what I meant. You can't do it. So you ain't getting no phone. You ain't getting no tablet. You ain't getting no free time. Now you finna do chores and you finna do work. This is what you finna do. I'm saying? This is what you finna do. You finna do work. You're not finna do what you want to do right now. You finna do work. All right. She on the edge of a building, finna jump off. Look at everybody watching. Everybody watching on their phone. Hear that? Everybody on their phone. Everybody watching. The whole thing go down. Ain't nobody like doing nothing. And you might say, well, what can they do? Where they parents at? Where the little girl parents at? What could they do? But still, though, the fact remains that everybody's watching. Nobody calling the police. Nobody calling the fire department. And nobody calling the paramedics. Nobody doing nothing. You just watching. Tragedy. Tragedy, fam. Tragedy. Everybody watching. Everybody watching. Yeah, everybody watching. Going off the cliff. Look at that. Everybody going off the cliff. See? You going off the cliff more. Unless you want to change that, you got to start going back into what really matters. What really matters is this right here. Working together as a team. When you start when you start talking like this, then you saying like, no, I just can't co-parent. I can't work with him. I can't work with her. You supposed to put yourself to the side when you procreate. You ain't supposed to be saying that you on some, I can't work with him. I can't work with her. What you mean? You procreated. Therefore, you have a responsibility to take care of that child that came out that woman that you had a part in doing. Whether you could work with your BM or you can't work with your BM, as far as y'all having some kind of relationship, you still supposed to put 100 into that baby that y'all procreated and made. On my soul, you still supposed to be doing that. People didn't really just lost their mind. They didn't forgot the assignment. The assignment was y'all two laid down. Y'all procreated. Y'all had a baby here. Regardless of what went down. She ain't had no protection. She ain't had a birth control. You ain't strap up before you know what I'm saying, hit her, cracked her. You didn't strap. It don't matter, fam. The baby here. The baby here now. You know what I'm saying? But it's still something that we got to address as far as communication. Because if a man tell you that they don't want a child with you, and you still on some, well, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm in my world. Nah, well then you're creating a problem. You're creating a problem. Because if a man tells you from the beginning they don't want a child, it's still both of y'all fault. It's still both of y'all fault though. Because y'all both laid down and y'all procreated. You knew the risk. You knew what it was. Y'all both laid down. So it ain't no more than her fault than it is his fault. Y'all both at fault. Because y'all both laid down. Period. You both laid down. You said, all right, it was one of them nights. Y'all both laid down. Y'all both laid down. So it's both of y'all fault. Because now the baby on the way. You know what I'm saying? You knew what it was, fam. But look, then you want to come over here though. Look, let me just show y'all something. Let me show y'all this. Meanwhile, while our people arguing about what's going on in the world and what Trump and Kamala, meanwhile, our people doing that. Look, let me show y'all something. Let me just show y'all something. While these women out here getting fed the feminist propaganda, let me show you what's really going on. From the book, Isonomy, let me show you what's really going on in the real world. Real politics, world politics. Let me show you what's really going on. Look at this. What's really going on is the true and most effective key to conquering a nation of people is to control the woman and her womb. This is the most effective key that these people have figured out. If you can control the mind of the woman, you could conquer the nation. If you can control this woman, this so-called black woman, if you can control her and her womb, then you can control the whole nation. We, as Moorish men, are your natural protectors. But see, a lot of y'all women then bought into the feminist movement And you think that just because a man is a man and we're supposed to protect you, you can't buck up at a man and act like you're a man. That's a lot of y'all problem. This is why a lot of y'all single out there. And this is why a lot of y'all is unmarried out there. Because you have been low-key programmed by the feminist movement. You think by however much finance that you got, that puts you on a plateau that you could buck up at a man. Man is not finna look at you and turn down because you got masculine energy. Then you starting to flare up in your feelings and you like, nah, I got money. You can't talk to me like that. I got money. I got my paper up. Your paper ain't gonna protect you though. Think about it. All that paper you got, if a burglar come up in your crib and you got all this paper, right? Is that gonna protect you? Check this out. What do women be saying? What do women be saying the majority of the time? They'll say, when a dude come up to them and they'll say, hey, whatever happened, whatever kick off, hey, excuse me, woo, whatever kick off, they say their name, they ask you for your name. What do you say? You say you got a boyfriend, you got a man, right? You got a boyfriend, you got a man, or you don't say nothing. You just keep walking. Why do you say you have a boyfriend or you have a man or you have a husband, even though you might be lying about everything? You say that, or you just stay silent and you keep walking about your way. Because once another guy hears something like that, possibly the guy could be like, all right, well, she got a husband. I'm saying I ain't finna mess up that. I ain't even finna pursue her. She got a husband. I ain't finna even, I'm saying, mess with her. Or she say she got somebody. Why do y'all say that? You say that because it's a protection. Even though you might be capping, it's still a protection. Because to give another person the illusion that you got somebody that's going to answer for you. You see? That's why y'all say that. Y'all say that because it's a layer of protection. Even though you might be full of cap. You say that because you know, and the other person going to be like, nah, the whole time the other dude might be like, he'd be like, so what dude got to do with me? But if you say you got a husband, more than likely, he not finna pursue you like that. He gonna be like, all right, she married, she taken. Like I ain't finna do nothing with her. But the feminist movement has got a lot of y'all women diverting off that. It got y'all diverting off like the mindset of there's a reason why you are divinely feminine. Because that's your superpower. It's a reason why we're divinely masculine. We don't turn down our masculine because a woman turns up her masculine energy. Like it don't happen. Somebody got to tell y'all that. Just because you buck up at a man, that's not going to make a masculine man that is in their purpose turn down and say, oh, okay, she turned up her masculine. She got aggressive. So let me turn down what I'm finna do. That don't happen. That just don't happen. That don't happen. Hold on, I'm working while I'm working. I'm getting texts and all that. But what be happening though? What be happening? Look at this. People be out here doing this. This is another thing people be doing.
In Puerto Rico, music is...
This is another thing people be doing.
If you can hear the music...
You doing this. Don't be a slave to money. You see that? You chasing. You chasing. You chasing. You keep chasing them green pieces of paper, and it's not real. You chasing an illusion and you going straight to the graveyard. You chasing them green pieces of paper, and if you really knew the law, if you really knew the history of that, if you start studying the constitution of that, what does it say? Hold up. If you start looking at stuff like this and stop just going by the tell a vision, you're chasing debt. All these credit repair places and all this stuff online, fam, debt cannot solve the debt problem. You're chasing debt. You're not chasing something to liberate you. That's one of the traps of the U.S. corporation. Look, one of the traps is this right here. Look, I want to show y'all something. These ain't my words. Look, these are not my words, fam. Hold up. You know, see that? Where you at? Where you at? Then we going to how to read the Constitution. Article 1, section, let's go right here. Section 8. Real quick. Look at this. Section 8. These ain't my words. This the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. Check it out. It say Section 8. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes. Oh my God. Hold on. That right there. That right there needs some ink on it. That needs some ink on it. Wait a minute. What? That needs some ink on it. It say, one more again. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes. It say, oh, get a screenshot. You want a screen? Get a screenshot. I'm going to leave it up here for y'all to get a screenshot. Get a screenshot real quick. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. What? So you see how they got us out here chasing these right here? Look, they got us out here doing this. You know, chasing them to the grave. Look, chasing these to the grave. You chasing debt. That's all you chasing. You chasing up for the debt. So they have turned the greed for so-called money as a slave instrument. And then when you come over here, right, look, hold up, look at this. Section 10, Article 1, Section 10, how to read the Constitution. Keep in mind, this is in the Constitution. These ain't my word. This ain't Cush Day words. This the Constitution. It's a Section 10. This is why they don't teach this in school, because it'll neutralize everything that the U.S. corporation is saying and doing. It say no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque and reprisal, coin money, and emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see now why they don't teach the Constitution? They're not going to teach this in school. So you can hang it up for that. It's a wrap for that. Don't think that they're going to teach none of this in school. It's a wrap. If they taught this in school, the population will smarten up overnight. And they'll say, what the hell am I paying taxes for? If taxes is only supposed to be laid and collected by Congress, what are we paying taxes for? You see? Then they'll also show you, like, if money is only supposed to be gold and silver coin, then what is these green pieces of paper for? This is why they don't teach this stuff like this in school. This is why you never gonna see this taught in school unless you the one that's bringing a book to school and start teaching your peoples. Unless we start doing it together, it ain't gonna happen. See, this is teamwork. Meanwhile, people out here distracted with the football game. You distracted with the WNBA basketball game, the NBA basketball game. You distracted with the Olympics. You distracted with Kamala, with Trump. You distracted with everything that they out here selling. Everything is for sale, including people. Fam. If you look up the so-called 14th Amendment, if you look up the 14th Amendment, it tells you in there, and the 13th Amendment, 13, 14, and 15. This is why the prophet said the 14th Amendment is not needed for the salvation of my people. This is why he said that, because he knew the salvation for our people is to uplift the fallen woman and to handle our business and study law and history together and get away from the cares of the world. Nationality is the order of the day. That's the salvation. The solution is to uplift the mother, the great cosmic mother. And by doing that, you uplift yourself. The Maroons that's in Jamaica, the reason why the Maroons that are in Jamaica keep going through these problems is because they got sellouts that's on their side. Just like you got African Americans that's selling out. Just like you got all these people overseas that's selling out. See, the disguise has been, they'll put people that are paid off in front of the population. They'll give them hundreds of thousands of followers. They'll give them hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views. This is the camouflage. You see? See, the camouflage is you not really going to think that a person that look like you going to sell you out. Because how could they sell you out? They got hundreds of millions of followers and hundreds of millions of views. They must be talking about something that's legitimate. That is the camouflage for the sellout. They keep talking this black power. They keep talking this, we need reparations now. All you got to do is go to the Declaration Rights of Indigenous People. They don't bring that document up at all. Shh, don't talk about that. Nah, if you talk about that, that's going to cause too much disturbance with, they say, what they say, the natives are going to get restless. Oh my God. Why do you think they say that? See, everything is right in your face and you know this information. You just have to start thinking critically. Everything that I'm telling you right now is nothing new for you. It's already in your DNA. You just have to just realize that you really are I am. You really got to start realizing that this right here, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, uplifting the Moorish woman, uplifting her will save the nation. But you women have to stop being combative. You have to stop being so much in your cognitive dissonance that you think that a man that has boundaries, standards, principles, positive attributes is trying to control you. Men that stand on principles and have a position and a purpose, they are not trying to control you. We are uplifting you out of the cares of the world. Because again, hold up. Because again, if we go back to it, look, if we go back to it, look, if we go back to this, right? Look, if we go back to this, right? We go back to this. This is what they want women, this particularly Moorish women, to only care about. Have you asked a man, do we want you to get industrial strength butt filler? Like, have any of y'all women asked a man that's on his purpose, that stands on principles, that sets boundaries, Have you asked that man or man, have you asked any of us, do we want you to get 4XL implants in your chest? Have you asked any of us, do we like you to get industrial strength butt filler that you could possibly unalive yourself on a surgery table? Have you ever asked one of us, do we like that? Have you ever asked us? No, you can't ask any dude. You got to ask a dude that's on their principles. You got to ask a man that's on their purpose. You can't ask any dude these questions. You got to ask a high value man that knows and understands and comprehends their purpose. They actually have principles. They're not just chasing green pieces of paper. Have you ever asked any high value man that? We don't want your industrial strength butt filler. First of all, it's hard like, you know what I'm saying, 2-week-old spaghetti or something. It's not good. It's just not good. I mean, if you want to fill yourself with, if you want your, you know what I'm saying, your buns to feel like 2-week-old spaghetti, then knock yourself out. If that's what you want to do, then cool. Then cool. Then get 2-week-old spaghetti up in you then. Go ahead. Turn your body into 2-week-old spaghetti. Hey, that's what you want to do. Go ahead. Then you want to get this in your face. You want to get this in your face. Have you asked a man that? Have you asked a man that? Your buns, it just don't feel right. It just don't. You're stiff. It's like if you left like a bag of laundry out for too long, it started to get hard. The laundry, it's just not right. It's just not right. It's just not right. It's aesthetically just not right. You got industrial strength butt fill up in you, and you like, man, all the guys my milkshake, what y'all be saying? Y'all let old girls send y'all clean off. Your milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard, huh? So let me ask y'all this. If your milkshake brought all the guys to the yard, how come your milkshake ain't filling enough to keep a man? Your milkshake bring all the guys to the yard, right? So how come none of the guys that your milkshake brought to the yard, why they ain't stay there? Why they got some of that milkshake and then they moved around after they got some of your milkshake? Or they sink your milkshake. Why your milkshake ain't keep them in the yard? That's what they don't tell you. See, you will get a low vibrational dude to come to the yard and look at it. But a high vibrational man is going to look at your milkshake and say, what are your positive attributes? What's your personality like? What are your positive characteristics? Are you a good listener? Are you a critical thinker? What are your boundaries? What are your aspirations? You know, things like that. Not, oh, she a headache. You know, I like to go shopping. You like to go shopping. Okay. You like to spend. So you sound like a debt. You don't sound like a builder. You don't sound like somebody that can recoup and elevate. You sound like an expense. Why would somebody say, that's what I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with some expenses. You got people out here trying to do away with all the expenses. Why would they want to take you on and you more of an expense than what they already got? You more of an expense. You more bills than they even need. They trying to get away with they trying to get the least amount of bills they can. And you talking about, all I want to do is spend. Spend. You can't take me to the Cheesecake Factory. What? Yeah. You want a dude to spend and spend and spend. That's what you looking for? And this economy that's outside right now, this is what you looking for. But then you'll be like, oh, you a brokey. Baby girl, if you can't afford to take yourself to all these exquisite restaurants and pay for it yourself, why would you want a dude to take you there if you can't even afford to take your damn self there? Figure that out. You can't even afford to buy a Birkin bag yourself. And if you could, who cares? Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about your Birkin. You can have a bag from Kohl's. You can have a bag from wherever store. We don't care. We don't care about none of that because that's irrelevant. Those are things, material things in the world. A man that's on his purpose don't care about that. We just here to do this, to uplift you and give you guidance, direction, and correction if it's necessary. Because I don't know if you ever watched the Nature Channel, but then, because the Nature Channel, watch this. Let me show you about the Nature Channel, right? Look at this. Let me show y'all about the Nature Channel. Look at this. Ants making bridge teamwork. It's called teamwork. And this is what our people lack. Because we've been taught and brainwashed and conditioned to be individuals. Nah, we talk like we want to build with a team. You don't really want to build with no team. You don't want to build with no team. Let me show you what ants do though in nature. This is what they do. This is what ants do. This is what ants do. Look what they do. Watch this. This is what nature does. They don't care about your money. They don't care about your clothes. They don't care about your degrees or your titles. They work as a team. So-called black people, nah, you don't work as no team. Look at ants though. Look what they on. They figuring it out. They like, look, hey, we got to work together. We want to get across here. So we going to have to work it out. I might not like you, but it's a bigger mission. We got to link up. Ah, look at the ants. Look at the ants. Look at the ants working together. Yeah, we got to build a bridge. We got to build a bridge because it's about the mission. See that? You can learn a lot from nature. See? You can learn a whole lot from watching nature. Hold up, look. See that? Look what they doing. You had this distance away from that distance. What was the ants doing? The ants said, you know what? We gonna have to get across. So I might not like you. I might not like everything you do. But it's a mission involved. We got to work together to get to the other side. So we going to have to link up. What are they linking up on? They linking up on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Freedom to build a structure for the entire colony. This is what they focused on. They focused on building an infrastructure for the entire colony to have freedom, peace, love, the next generation. This is what ants do. But our people, nah, you talk that we could build as a team. And then the moment somebody do something you don't like, everything implode. It explodes. It's no unity there. Because there's no purpose there. Here is a purpose. The salvation is what it's about. The salvation is going to come from the man working together and the woman working together collectively. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And forget about the cares of the world, your BBLs and your weave, and care about wearing them big stupid ass eyelashes on your face. You spend $400 to get your hair and your nails done. That's insane. So you doing that to put another human hair on your head. That's what you doing. You spending $400-$500 to put another human being's hair on your head because you hate your own hair. This what it is? This what it is? $400-$500 for you to put another human being's hair on your own head because you hate your own hair. You hate your own skin, so you want to lighten up your own complexion. This what you own? See, all of that is the cares of the world. That's all the cares of the world. And if you start thinking critically, then you could be like, all right, look. Hey, these ants right here, they doing bridge work. They linking up. They know the purpose. They know the mission. They understand the assignment. See that? They understand the assignment. This is what they doing. See? See that? That's why you got to watch National Geographic sometime. You watch National Geographic sometime, it'll show you stuff. It'll show you stuff like this. Like teamwork really makes the dream work. Ants understand their assignment. They got to protect the queen. They got to protect the king in there. See? They understand their assignment. See that? So the king, the Moorish man, we have to protect the queen. I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but when you're playing the game of chess, the queen protects the king. I'm going to say that one more time for the people that's in the back. I don't know if you play chess or not, but in the game of chess, the queen protects the king. And the other pieces on the board protect the king. Because once the king is captured in the game of chess, the game is over. So the queen works in unison with the king in chess, along with the other pieces. Because once that king is put into a compromised position, it can be a forced checkmate. Teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. We hear that all the time. But nah, they want you to be stuck on hating yourself and hating man and getting a BBL that man don't even want you to get. Getting industrial strength butt filler that you think man won't. You think that's going to land you a husband. You think that your milkshake that you keep shaking is going to actually keep a man. That's the crazy part. Because you see a lot of women who really got the look. But we know that it's cosmetic. But a lot of women out here, they do got a pretty look though. Minus the cosmetics, minus the plastic surgery, minus all them enhancers and filters. Minus all that, you still got a natural look. But don't go crazy because you just might just have a look that's decent. Ain't nothing wrong with you being decent. You got a decent look. But don't put the makeup on, put a mask on your face, and then your whole demeaning attitude completely shifts. And you start thinking that you went from a nice little 6 or 7. Nah, you start thinking and talking like you on some perfection type level, like a 10. Knock it off. You got to knock it off. All right. You got to bring that down. Stop just putting on cosmetics or getting cosmetic surgery with anesthetics and whatnot. And you start getting outside yourself and you start thinking like, man, I'm a 10. I deserve the whole world. I'm a princess. You gotta cut it out. All right. You gotta be more realistic with your expectations, because if your milkshake brought all the guys to the yard, why ain't it keeping the guys in the yard? Why ain't it kept one of the guys in the yard? You got your milkshake popping. Yeah, okay. I see your milkshake. It look good. But why it ain't keep no guy, one guy? All that milkshake that you shaking, why it ain't keep one guy in the yard? Not one? Not one? Not one. Not one? You know why? Because the milkshake don't keep man. The milkshake's something to look at. It's good to look at, right? It's good to look at that. But what's really going to keep a high value man that's on his principles, that's on a purpose, what's going to keep one of us around you is your positive characteristics, your positive attributes. You're a great listener. You're a critical thinker. You have positive vibes, positive frequency. You really are on your purpose. So you being on your purpose is actually inspiration for us to continue on our purpose. So it's a yin and yang effect. Pick up the book, The Kabbalion. You should pick up this book right here. When you get this book right here, look this up. Look this up right here. You should look up mental gender. You should look this up. You should look that up. It's going to blow your mind though. You feel me? It's really going to blow your mind because there can be no masculine man without the divine feminine. And there can be no divine feminine without the masculine man. We need each other. This is the thing. This is why they don't teach this stuff. Just pick this book up right here. Just pick it up. Then you will see how the magnetism works. You will see how it attracts. You will see why we need that. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a little excerpt real fast. What did it say? It say, the strong men and women of the world invariably manifest the masculine principle of will, and their strength depends materially upon this fact. Instead of living upon the impressions made upon their minds by others, they dominate their own minds by their will, obtaining the kind of mental images desired. Moreover, dominate the minds of others likewise. In the same manner, look at the strong people, how they manage to implant their seed thoughts in the minds of the masses of the people, thus causing the latter to think thoughts in accordance with the desires and wills of the strong individuals. This is why the masses of people are such sheep-like creatures, never originating an idea of their own, nor using their own powers of mental activity, thinking critically, learning the laws of the land. This is the function of the supreme law of the land. This is the function of positive status or negative status. You have to make a decision of your own to say, hey, look here. Do I want my life to be on the positive side in full life? Or do I want to be a person of color getting misidentified, getting slandered the rest of my life and my children the rest of their lives? You got to make a decision. You can't play the fence no more. You either going to be in full life, in propria persona, Moorish, free national, or you going to be a civil of the martus, dead in law, artificial person, minority, colored person, which the courts are not bound to know. This is why so-called African Americans, persons of color, don't ever get justice, because they don't understand the scale of justice. The scale got two sides. If you're not on the positive side, then you're on the negative side. And ignorance of the law is no excuse. So you got to get your affairs in order. So that first start with your status is a measure of your legal rank and standing in society. This involves your capacities and incapacities to exercise and enjoy freedoms and liberties. So if you are not aware of your status on this planet as a Moorish American national or a Moor in for life, then you are going to be held accountable. There's no excuse. Your own ignorance is no excuse. This is why the world don't have pity on so-called black people, because the status is already set. If you don't want to study your own status, you can only blame yourself. If you want to be sent off thinking that you a freed Indian or a freed man, if you want to be over here with them, then you're going to be on this side of the scale. You're going to be treated accordingly as a dead person in law, as a minority, as a colored person. My opinion has nothing to do with this. This is all law right here. This ain't how I feel. This is what it is. And this is where our people at a standstill at. They think like, I don't believe none of that, so it ain't true. I make my own truth up. Yeah, you could tell yourself that, but reality don't agree with that. The law don't agree with that. You could tell yourself whatever you want to tell yourself, but that don't mean the law is going to oblige to none of your beliefs. No, you just going to be looked at as an ignorant individual, and you're going to be a colored person, and you're going to be treated as such, which is dead in law, which is the bottom of the bottom. That's your treatment. 3/5 of a person. This is why they called our people 3/5 of a man, because you have no rights that the courts are bound to know or respect. So-called black man, so-called black woman. No court is bound to respect you. This is facts. This is law. This is what it is. Whole time, you know that these pale-skinned Europeans, what they are doing is they're falsely claiming to be free white persons. But free white persons does not mean the Caucasian race. So they out here. Oh, let me show you this before I go. Let me show you this before I go. Hold up. Let me show you this before I go. Watch this.
As a Black Studies professor, I know what these images mean.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question of. I did tell you that yes, that's my dad, and he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents? Are they white?
See that? See that right there?
All right,
Hold up. Y'all know who this is?
Home scrambling into T-Mobile to get the new iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence.
These niggas trying to run an ad in my shit. Look, do y'all know who this is? Rachel Dolezal. Do y'all know who she is? She's a hybrid European pretending to be a Moorish woman. So why y'all arguing about, I need a high value man that makes $100,000 a year that could take me around the world? You still misidentifying as a crayon color that you don't match. Meanwhile, hybrid Europeans, this chick right here, she was the NAACP spokeswoman. Did you know that? She was a spokeswoman for the NAACP. Listen to this.
Were you identifying yourself as African American?
In that picture, during that time.
You see that? See that? You see this right here?
Were you identifying yourself as African American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
See that?
When I went to Belhaven University for undergrad, my art always focused on the Black experience. When I went to Mississippi, feeling like at home in that community, in the Black community there, and feeling very isolated and alienated from the white community.
Look at this. How crazy is it that she married a so-called black dude and his last name is Moore? Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Fam, I'm watching this video with y'all right now in real time. I ain't watched this whole video. I just remember her, and I watched the first like 5-10 seconds of this video. I'm watching it really with y'all right now in real time. She married a so-called black dude. His last name is Moore. Fam. Fall out. Fam. You cannot make this up. They divorced. This is her.
She says she identified herself as being African American or black from a young age, but here's a case where she identified herself as a white woman because it worked for her under the circumstances.
The reasons for my full tuition scholarship being removed and my teaching position as well, my TA position, were that other people needed opportunities, and you probably have white relatives and that can afford to help you with your tuition. And I thought that was an injustice.
Oh my God. What? This is what's going on.
I am, and my kids know who I am. And pretty much I don't think anybody else really knows who. Totally.
What? Y'all out here arguing about this and that, and now you talking about your son is transracial. So you got a hybrid European who had children, and now she's saying, look what it's doing to their brains. They think that they're transracial. See that? This is what's going on. But y'all women out here, you not seeing that psychologically and chemically, they are trying to destroy your righteous mind. And these pale-skinned Europeans are moving right into your place. While you arguing about, I don't need a man. I don't want no man. I could do everything on my own. I don't need you. Right. And the pale-skinned women, they sliding right in your position, taking everything you got, even claiming to be you. They claiming to be a Moor. Because a free white person can only be of Moorish blood. So-called black people are not in the status of a free white person. You're in the status of a Negro, an artificial person, a color person. So you can keep playing around with it if you want to. And you can keep wondering why people that misidentify as so-called black or crayons or brown or Indians or Native Americans or Hebrews, you can keep playing around with it thinking that it's white supremacy. It's racism. It ain't racism. It ain't white supremacy. White is a status that can only be applied to Moorish people. Since you don't want to be your own proper status in full life, you want to be a crayon color, then you're going to get treated like a crayon color that you don't match. You're going to get treated like a Negro. You're going to get treated like a slave. You're going to get treated just what you're looking for. You keep knocking on that door and you're going to keep getting it answered the same way. Like a slave, a bottom of the bottom so-called Negro. You keep identifying as that and you saying, oh, it's white supremacy. They don't like us because the color of our skin. Meanwhile, in reality, skin complexion ain't got nothing to do with the scale of justice. It got something to do with the knowledge that you got in your head. Free white person is a status for Moors. A negative status, a person that's dead in law, is a status for Negroes. Since you want to be a Negro, you want to be an Indian. Okay, well, you going to keep knocking on this door and they're going to keep slamming it in your face. And you going to be, no, they don't like us because the color of our skin. Facts. Don't y'all know that the Lady of Justice, she wears a blindfold. So how can justice be determined by the color of your complexion if the Lady of Justice wears a blindfold? Ding, 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 ding. Answer me that. Answer me that. Peace, Moore. Answer me that. Your justice is not determined by your skin complexion. It's determined by the knowledge and the application of that knowledge in real time. You ain't got time always to sit back and go get a book and read something or open up a folder or make a phone call. Nah, you got to know at least that you are a Moor. At least know that. Because if you don't at least identify as that, then you're on the other side. They're going to treat you based off your appearance, your description. And whole time, you know what's insane? Our people is so brainwashed and conditioned because you identifying with a color that you don't even match. How insane is that? That's what you call psychosis. You calling yourself black, but in the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 15, it states that Yehoshua, his skin was his feet was unto fine brass. You need to see that again. 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 And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Last time that I checked, a trumpet ain't black. Trombone, it ain't black. So how you sound to another national around the world, and you come in front of them and you talking this black talk and this white talk, they gonna look at you like, what are you talking about? I don't understand anything you talking about. You talking about a crayon color that your skin complexion don't match. Why are you talking like that? Are you all right? That's how the rest of the world be looking at so-called people who identify as crayon colors that they don't match. You sound insane, but you talking this big cash money talk like you know what you talking about. And that's part of the problem, the ego. You act like you know what you talking about. And the rest of the world is just moving on. They like, oh, them people over there, they ain't right. They over here talking about they Indian. They don't know who the hell they is. They 1 minute they Indians, the native, the next minute they Pan-Africans, the next minute they African Americans, the next minute they persons of color, the next minute they black. They don't even know who they are. That's how the world looking at so-called people who identify as those terms. But you know, what can you do? All you could do is keep putting out the light, though. All you could do is keep putting out beam outs of light. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully y'all got something off this beam out. Hopefully y'all got something off this beam out. This shit was lit, though. I appreciate each one of y'all that tune into these beam outs and share these beam outs. Because it's all about each one, teach one. That's what it's all about, though. This ain't about me. It's about each one, teach one, putting out the information. And you see what the prophet Noble Drew Ali was on. This is what he was on. Uplifting the Moorish woman out of the cares of the world. Because she was stuck into, I need a $500 weave and a nail kit. What? So you care about getting a $500 weave and a nail set versus letting a man that stands on principles lead you, guide you, give you direction. This is what you care about. You don't want to listen. You want to be combative to somebody who got your best interests. And having your best interests it don't apply to the amount of cash that I can give you. You got to get out of that delusion. A high value man is not based off money. A high value man is based off principles. It's based off free national standards. It's based off discipline. You know, actually having a purpose on this planet to reach salvation. That's what a high value man is. Y'all got to stop thinking that a high value man got to be 6 figures. They got you by the brain if you still thinking that craziness. They got you by the brain. The brain. Well, let me show you these books real quick because I'm finna move around. All right? Much love to all y'all Moors out there. Let's go.
Cassette.
Ah. Yeah. It's lit. It's lit. Yeah. It's lit. Yeah. Get that, man. Get that. Get that. Get that. You're gonna need that. We're not free, man. We're not Indians. We Moors. Nothing is true. Everything is a lie. Yeah. I'm gonna catch y'all Moors in the next one, though. I self-law and master. Each one teach one. Much love, Moors. Islam.